Fall is a beautiful time of year for dogwoods, and I don't think we talk about their autumnal appeal quite enough. I mean, certainly the most popular attribute of a dogwood would be their springtime blooms. But this Cornus florida, or flowering dogwood, is turning into something pretty special here as we enter into October. These bright red shiny berries start to catch the eye when the leaves are still green on the tree. And if you ever see a flowering dogwood shaking with bustling branches, it's usually a squirrel or some other type of wildlife claiming this popular annual treat. Now this is a Kousa dogwood, and unlike the flowering dogwood of the east or the Pacific dogwood of the west, this species is native to Asia, but it's proven to be a welcome addition to North American landscapes. There's a lot of similarities. I mean, it looks like a dogwood with its simple leaf and opposite branching structure, but there are some key differences that make the Kousa dogwood beautiful in its own right. They bloom after the springtime leaves have already emerged, so unlike the flowering dogwood, the blossoms have a nice green backdrop to them. And those blossoms will be anywhere from white to pink, depending on the cultivar, of which there are many. Now, a quick note, just like the rest of the dogwoods, what many people think of the flower is actually the bracts. A bract is a specialized leaf that's usually associated with the flower, but it's actually not part of the flower itself. But getting back to autumn, the leaves on this Kousa will turn the most rich, beautiful color, and with all the cultivars available with Kousas, you will find a variety of fall colors presenting on them. As you can see here, these colors of yellow and orange and reds and purples. And the leaves on the Kousa are sturdy, allowing them to stick around for a longer show, sometimes even well past the first frost. And these thicker leaves actually make the Kousa more resistant to drought stress. You can plant these in full sun. The berries on a Kousa dogwood are really interesting and really different from the berries on a flowering dogwood. And unlike the flowering dogwood berries, Kousa dogwood berries don't really seem to interest the native wildlife all that much, but they do decorate the branches nicely. Now, Kousa dogwoods are resistant to both anthracnose and powdery mildew, two diseases which will give flowering dogwoods some real trouble. And just a reminder, if any of your dogwoods have a foliar disease, after the leaves have fallen off this autumn, remove them from your landscape so you don't risk reinfection come springtime. Now, once the leaves have fallen off of this Kousa, you'll continue to get value out of it, and that's because of its interesting molting bark, which does great in a wintertime landscape, thus solidifying the Kousa dogwood as a great ornamental for all seasons.